Hey, good day, good day, good day, good day, everybody. How you doing? Kind of past my bedtime. You know what happened when you're old folks? Old folks, we gotta go to bed, man. It's kind of past my bedtime, but I'm up. Hey, you know what? How everybody doing today? Thank you for joining me. Just in case you're joining me for the very first time, I am the real Bryant Glaze Gibbs. Hit the like button, subscribe, share, support. You know what? Today, what I'm gonna talk about is, man, like Young Thug brother. Unfoonk get 9 year sentence, violate RICO probation. Sit back and think about it. Young Thug biological brother and YSL artist Unfoonk is behind bar for violating the terms of the probation put in place after his plea deal in the Georgia RICO case. The judge in Fulton County officially revoked the Unfoonk probation Monday and sentenced him to 9 years and 6 months in prison after he was charged with firearm possession by a convicted felon, among other offenses. Judge Earl D. Glanville scolded on Funk during the sentencing, reminding the Atlanta rapper of their conversation in May about the strict condition of his probation, especially when it came to possessing a gun. Back in December, Unfunk born Carntavious Greer took a plea deal in the ongoing YSL RICO trial, in which he got credit for 2 years' time served and was placed on probation for the next 10 years. So even with that, that's his gunner also took a plea around the same time as Unfo, but it seemed he's been using his freedom to record in the studio and drop a comeback track last week. So folks, sit back and think about it, right? Here is this guy, Unfo. Right now, he got the opportunity of life. He got his freedom back. He made a deal, pled guilty. He got his freedom back. So once again, like I said right now, people don't understand. Even once he got his freedom back, what he should have done, he should have left that area. He should have left the ATL area. If he would have left the Atlanta area, chances are he'd probably still be free. But sometimes people go back into that same environment, that same comfort zone. And you know what happened? They get caught up into what? They get caught up into that nonsense. They get caught up into that negativity. They get caught up back into that lifestyle, all for the wrong reason. And even with that being said, man, like sometimes, even when I got out, and my advice to Unfunk and anybody that's out there that's lost, you know what? Take my advice, leave. Get the hell out of Dodge. Relocate. Start over. Right now, it's life outside of that community, man. Why in the hell that man riding around in the G Wagon, but yet and still he has some type of what? Weapon? And he got pulled over. And when he got pulled over by the cop, you driving the G Wagon, so automatically you bring unnecessary attention upon yourself. Even with that being said, like I tell you folks, listen, it's a guy out there named Lester Young. And right now is Lester Young is a re-entry expert coach, best-selling author, transformative keynote speaker, trainer. You know what? Here it is right now. He gave something. He gave something on his page. 4 tips for success after incarceration. Number 1, do whatever you can to change your environment as soon as possible. Number 2, don't go back to the same friends that play a role in your poor choices in the past. Number 3, be patient with the process of starting life over after incarceration. Number 4, stay true to yourself and never allow anything to lead you back to prison. So to me, shout out to Lester Young, doing an outstanding job, you know what I'm saying, right now in South Carolina. He's taking his show on the road, and you know what? He's sharing knowledge. And to me right now is when he put 4 tips for success after incarceration, I thought that was huge. I don't know if you can see it. I thought it was huge, you know. And to me, as I say right now, is the 4 tip for success after cooperation that Unfunk or any of you young knuckleheads get out of jail that you lost or whatever. Guess what? The 4 tip for success after incarceration. 1, do whatever you can to change your environment as soon as possible. Number 2, don't go back to the same friends that play a role in your poor choice in the past. Number 3, be patient with the process of starting life over after incarceration. Number 4, stay true to yourself and never allow anything to lead you back to prison. So even right now, when Unfunk got out, What did he did wrong? What did he did right? You know what he did wrong? He went back to that same community. He went back to that same environment. And what happened? He got caught up there. He got trapped off. Now he's back. So you was out there on 10 years probation. Now you back in jail doing 9 years, 6 months. And you know what? Like I told you right now, was it worth it? Nah, it's not worth it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and see if I can play a clip, saying from as far as his sentencing and see exactly what come up behind that. Because to me, I just think that right now is sad because once again, the man had the opportunity, but he didn't take full advantage of that opportunity. So being that he didn't take full advantage of that opportunity, guess what? Now he's back in prison. And he don't got nobody to blame but himself or whatever. So you know what? I'm going to try to play and I want y'all to listen to it.
His brother got in the YSL RICO case and sent him back to prison. Prosecutors say Atlanta police pulled over Quantavious Greer for a traffic stop last month and quickly decided he had violated probation. Fox 5's Angelique Proctor joins us from the Fulton County Courthouse, where that hearing, Angelique, continues this afternoon.
That's right. An APD officer said when he pulled Young Thug's brother over on Cleveland Avenue last month, he said the defendant had a gun close by. That is a clear violation of his probation.
On May 4th, 2023, were you working in an assistance capacity with the Apex unit on or near 221 Cleveland Avenue?
Yes, ma'am.
He is the Atlanta police officer who works undercover in high crime areas. On May 4th, he conducted a traffic stop on this black Mercedes G-Wagon here on Cleveland Avenue and says he found Quantavious Greer behind the wheel with a Glock 19 close by.
There was a firearm that was in the door panel.
How were you able to notice that there was a firearm in the door panel?
From the grip in the magazine that was visibly shown immediately as soon as you open the door.
Defendant Greer pleaded guilty to a RICO violation and theft by receiving stolen property back in December in the YSL trial. He served 2 years and was on probation for the balance of 10 years. The state says the probation agreement included a curfew, no contact with his brother, Young Thug, whose real name is Jeffrey Williams, and no possession or close proximity to firearms. The officer testified that Greer commented on the weapon as he ushered him out of the wagon.
He stated that the gun is registered.
Did he ever say it or express surprise that the gun was there?
No, ma'am.
On cross-examination, defense attorneys inferred the gun was not Greer's. And we are getting word from the courtroom now that Judge Ural Glanville has decided this probation will, in fact, be revoked. So that means that Greer is heading back to prison. We are reporting live in downtown. Angelique Proctor, Fox 5 News.
All right, Angelique, thank you so much.
Hey, folks, look at this, right? Here it is. This brother got out. Like I said right now, he beat that situation. He beat the case. He didn't beat the case. He pled guilty to the case. And what happened? He got probation. But once again, what did he did wrong? What did he did wrong? He went back to his old neighborhood. He went back to that same environment. Right now, guess what? Obviously, he's flossing because what they say, he's in a G-Wagon. He's in a Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon. So meaning, money ain't no problem. So once again, but you strapped. When you got pulled over, you got that jammy with you. You got that weapon with you. You got that whatever, that automatic assault. Come on. Was it worth it? And what I'm saying right now, folks, sometimes when you leave that type of environment, sometimes you got to stay gone. Because once again, what you think going to happen? When you go back in that same environment, that same crowd, guess what's going to happen? You're going to get back into trouble. And to me, I don't care what anybody say. It's not worth it. My advice, as I say, I took this from Lester Young. Right now, shout out to Lester Young. Right now, he's a re-entry expert coach, best-selling author, and keynote speaker. And something that he say, 4 tips for success after incarceration. Number 1, do whatever you can to change your environment as soon as possible. Number 2, don't go back to the same friends that play a role in your poor choice in the past. Number 3, be patient with the process of starting life over after incarceration. Number 4, stay true to yourself and never allow anything to lead you back to prison. Once again, what happened to Unfoonk? He got out. You see, Gunner got out. Gunner's still out. Okay, Unfoonk got out. Why do you feel you have to ride around with jammies? If you feel that you in that type of environment that you got to run around and drive around with weapons, that means you should not be in that area. That mean right now is, guess what? You need to go somewhere else that nobody know you. You know what I'm saying? That you're not in that limelight and that you're not going to get caught up into that situation. But once again, guess what, folks? Sometime in order to change, we don't miss nothing until it's entirely too late. He's still young. So once again, even when he go away and he do that 9 years, 6 months, I don't know how much time he have to do in that 9 years, 6 months. I know under the new guideline, the federal law, if you got 10 years, you're going to do 8 years, 8 months, 17 days. So even right now, if he do 85% of that time, he's still going to probably do like, what, 8 years? And once again, like I said right now, was it worth it? Nah. What the sense of getting out? And now you right back into that same situation in a worse predicament. Hey, folks, listen, man. Crime doesn't pay. There's no shortcut in life. Only thing come fast is trouble. Easy to get into, hard to get out. You see what the sheriff say? Crime doesn't pay. Crime doesn't pay. And like I said right now, listen, I was once the problem. Now I'm seeking to be part of the solution. And right now, how do we get these young cats, these young kids, these young folks to understand, man? Anybody that's at risk, man, guess what? Your freedom. Right now, your freedom is everything, man. You don't appreciate it until it's entirely too late, man. And like I tell you right now, thank you very much for joining me tonight. And it's past my bedtime, man. So what I'm about to do is I'm about to get out of here. Hey, listen, good night. Hit the like button, subscribe, share. One love.